Hello, welcome to the Spine Whisperer podcast, Bone Stories with Greg, Dr. Matt, Dr. Brad.
Hello.
Greg.
Hello.
We're going to talk about this young man and his journey from not being able to run, which he absolutely loves, to being able to outdistance and outpace Dr. Josh on
Everything?
Yeah, everything, but most importantly, the rowing machine.
Sure. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get into the rowing machine. I have a few questions about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, happy to.
And then you were a patient here well before turn of 20.
Well, it probably goes back to your wife, where she worked. We used to go into where she worked at that time.
You got it. Yeah. No. So like my story. I guess my backstory with
nice.
you guys.
Nice. Well done.
Or the prequel.
I can't believe we didn't think about that.
Yeah. Hey, we're all dads here. We should have a bunch of dad jokes. So So I remember. My wife Lorraine, who also is a patient of yours, she had, she'd been spending some time with y'all, with her former employer. You come into the office, you do some, educational webinars with the team, and I had developed, just hip problems. This is, I think, back in 2017, 2018, and just running a lot. I ran. That was my workout of choice back in the day, and I did physical therapy. That wouldn't work. I tried doing different things. It just wouldn't work. And then Lorraine, my wife's like, you should go meet these guys over in Cottleville. and they told me, and really the rest is history. I went, and I don't know if it was you, Dr. Matt. I know, Dr. Brad, you were at the other office at the time, or Dr. Josh. One of you all, adjusted me and showed me kind of some different things I should be thinking about. And we set up a good routine. And I remember after a few weeks being like pain-free with my hip, where I started running, no issue, and then it's just really kind of just evolved since then with all the different therapies you all been able to provide, support you've been able to provide me over the years.
Yeah, once you started back to the thing that you loved, you haven't stopped since.
No.
And you've only been adding more. Your repertoire is only getting bigger.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that you're doing.
Let's get into the data here.
Sure.
We talk about this sometimes when you're in.
Yeah.
But it's October.
Yeah.
How many miles have you rode on? Now, is this a Peloton rower?
This is a Peloton rower, so yeah.
So this calendar year, how many miles do you have in?
So miles, I'm not tracking. I'm tracking meters.
Okay.
So we could do the conversion. I know we figure that out on the fly.
We'll put that in the notes.
Yeah, we'll add that in the comment section.
Yeah.
So I've done over 700,000 meters this year on the rower. Since I've gotten the rowing machine, which you got back at the very end of 2023. So it's been almost 2 years. I've done over 2 million meters. It's been something. And what's interesting about the rowing machine, I know we talk about this a lot. I talk to Dr. Josh about this all the time. We always, talk through, how many meters we've rowed, what our splits are, all of this stuff. Pound for pound, haven't been able to find a workout or a piece of equipment that can produce the amount of output and just make you feel like a better person than that machine.
It is. It's great. So what do you shoot for per week then? I assume you have you have your weekly.
Yeah.
Of course he does.
I do. So every week I try to shoot for about 35 to 40,000 meters. Sometimes it's a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more. It depends on how amped up I feel.
Life,
and life gets in your way. The kids, whenever I'm rowing, I try to do it really early in the morning because once my kids wake up, they're just running around, getting ready for school, and it messes up my routine where I'm rowing, and I'm also yelling at them to get changed, get ready for bed.
Focus isn't there.
Yeah, you got to stay focused on it. I usually try to shoot for about 35,000 meters a week. And then on a monthly basis, I try to shoot for between about 100 to 110,000 meters a month is what I try to shoot for. Some days I'll go for more of a long distance row, so I'm a little bit more easy pace. Other days I'm I just want to try to really crank up my output to see if I can get my 500-meter split, which is kind of what one of the tracking mechanisms they use to try to get down as low as I can. So,
have you heard about any other, like, I know Peloton does a really great rowing machine. Are there other rowing machines that you could like, oh, this one's not bad, or like have any experience with any of the other stuff, or you just kind of?
Yeah, it's interesting. So whenever
if someone doesn't want to go out and buy Peloton,
totally get it.
Not that we want you to endorse anything else.
Yeah, like if I'm not an ambassador of Peloton.
Yeah, sure.
You should have said that up front.
That's right.
Get an email from Peloton corporate. They see your old podcast. You're like, what's going on here? So I know there's I think it's called Concept, which is a decent brand. You'll see that on like when you're at a hotel or gyms. Those are usually the typical types of ones you see. I think it's called Concept, which is also a good one. I've used that one whenever I'm on the road for work or when we're on vacation somewhere trying to find a rower. I always joke with Dr. Josh about this. Like the rowing machine always feels neglected in the gym. It's always off in the corner by itself.
Everybody's afraid.
Everybody, like, what is this?
I don't know if I want
to. I don't know if I'm going to do it.
Dive into that.
So it's always usually available, which is kind of nice. But
I have noticed that at the gym.
Yeah.
My previous one, there was 2 of them, and of all the times I went there, I would try to use occasionally, but of all the times, maybe I saw one other person using it.
Yeah, totally. It's
and it's such, like you said, it's such a great piece of equipment to have, and people just, for whatever reason, they don't want to get into it. They're intimidated by it or something like that.
Intimidated. If you don't get the form down, you can really all of a sudden you're like, wow, I did like 5 minutes. I'm like, man, this is really hurting me. This is enough. So
now you have the bike as well. Do you have a Peloton?
I do. Yeah. So again, plugging Peloton bikes here. So
edit that out. Would you now having Peloton?
Sure.
Is it worth? I mean, do you feel like it's? I assume you feel like it's worth the investment because you utilize both of them.
It is. So as far as having the Peloton equipment, having the subscription, for myself and for my wife, we spend about half of our time working out of our house and half our time in the office. So we have a hybrid schedule. So it works out really well to where we don't have to drive to a gym. We have our gym right there.
Yeah.
And it's great. I'll switch up and I'll do the bike. If I'm like, okay, I've done enough rowing this week, I'll do the bike, and vice versa. Both good equipment, and the platform itself is pretty solid too. And when you look at, I think the cost of the membership, it's about equivalent to going to a gym. So it's just So we got it during COVID, and it's been a great ride for
5 years strong. Man.
5 years strong, yeah.
And you were talking about how great of a support structure that your people that you row with, online or however that works. But your community is like it's very supportive and very like they hold you accountable, and it's like. Men and women alike, they're like, where's Greg Gagger? Like
it's that motivation you need.
Yeah, it's great to hear that there's other people that are helping you out or like just being there for you,
Yeah, totally. It's so there's all sorts of different types of communities you can join, and I'm like in this community called Reddit Rowers, and there's like 150 people. There's some in St. Louis. Actually, the person that introduced me to it, I've never met this person in my entire life. They introduced me to it. They have weekly competitions, and they just kind of talk each other up. So whenever I'm here with you all, I'm chatting about it. Whenever I'm rowing, I'm seeing it, the feed and everything. So it's a lot of positivity.
And let's not be modest. What where are you at? You kind of like upper.
There is always somebody better. That's why that's been the humbling.
That's what our parents told us. Right? It's always that's what our dad says. Like, there's always somebody better. But like, just due to where you're, but your drive. Before I forget, we talked about chiropractic care, but let's talk just a smidge about how effective Class 4 therapy laser has been for you?
Yeah, because we've seen you the past 2 weeks. We've seen you a little more often.
From there to all the way up and then back and in between. And I know we did some laser on your knee initially. And that is like, oh my gosh, that laser thing, that is fantastic. It works so well.
Yeah. The laser therapy, I'll never forget that story. I was working out one day and all of a sudden I felt my knee pop. And again, I kind of freaked out a bit because it's like, oh wow, I've never had this happen to me before. And went and got diagnosed with meniscus injury. And I remember coming to get adjusted. I was a little bit down, coming to get adjusted one day. This is again at your girl's place in Cottleville, and you're like, we have something to help you. And he introduced me to your laser therapy, and I mean, I've used those laser sessions got me back to a great place. Recently just tweaked my knee. I'm not going to tell you all how I did it. It was more embarrassing. It was
I wasn't going to.
It was just me being an adult painting.
Just trying to help out, right?
Trying to help out.
Trying to be a good person.
Trying to be a good person and paint some stuff, and tweaked it again, and came back, and you all been helping me with it and feeling back to normal. I've had laser therapy on a wrist, on an oblique. I mean, it's been the ability to recover so much faster going through those treatments with you all. It's been astonishing. So.
Yeah, you're just a success case that we can just look at Greg. Be like Greg, guys. Be like Greg. And your water intake, your protein, all the things you're doing for your body, especially since you started back to running. You just eat, like you were telling us, you shed X amount of pounds. You started building your muscle back up. It's like you're such a changed person from that first time you set foot into our office, and it's just been, I tell people it's 10% us and it's 90% the patient, and that's really true. Like if you don't commit to a change in your lifestyle to help yourself.
And I brought up motivation. And you seem like you have that internal motivation, so we don't have to push you very much. You know everything you want to accomplish and what you want to do, and we love patients who have that, because you're always looking for how can I get better? How can I improve? How can I get back to what I was doing? And that's always fun to work with a patient who has that motivation.
You all build a great community here, and whenever I'm in here talking through just what's going on, what I've been doing, or this is hurting me, you're like, hey, try this. Have you thought about doing this type of exercise? The last time I had tweaked my knee, you introduced me to the slant board, and so I incorporate that into my morning routine. I wake up early, and I always drink a big glass of water because I always feel dehydrated. Going 8 hours without drinking any fluids, so I drink a bunch of water before I have anything else. Do some stretches. And then I'm doing slant board, other activities before I hop on the rower or the bike or whatever I'm doing. So it's like those little things that, this again, small talk that I pick up on, I take back with me to my family and I incorporate it into my life. It's been great.
Yeah, Dr. Josh would love to hear you say that, because one of the reasons why we do open adjusting is for the community feel. It's for you to know that this person's successful, or this person maybe needs a little bit more talking to or encouragement. And the fact that you're on here talking to everybody, it sets an example of hey, anybody can do it. You just have to put your mind to it and go through the necessary steps and just trust yourself. Just put in the effort. What I was watching a video yesterday, and I was trying to figure out what's a good thing to talk about on the podcast? What's a good thing to end with? And it's really whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And that can, I don't know who ended up saying that or where I got it from, but it was somebody's talk. But it was oh, okay, yeah, that's directly correlative.
And we always talk about, I think there's studies that have been done probably, but the percentage of patients who actually do the homework that we give them is not very high. So when we get the people who are actually doing a lot, not to be everything we say, but a lot of the things that we've talked about, it all adds up, and it's great.
It's like, the best investment you can make is the investment in your health.
And that's right.
and I mean, anything I can learn, pick up from you all, pick up from the community here. I mean, I'm gonna take it and apply it.
And that's the other great thing about having open adjusting is the community, but also hearing some of the things that we're telling other patients. We've had multiple patients where they see us working on an extremity, they're like, "Oh, I didn't even know you worked on wrists or shoulders." And so that's another great part of it too, is seeing the full, what it all encompasses in terms of our care.
People really care about your well-being here, and it's evident in the patients that we draw into our practice. It's like the energy and stuff that you put out there, that's what you're getting back. So awesome. Yeah, this is what a great podcast, what a great session, what a great talking to. It's just been, I hope that we have more and more people tune in to listen to your success. And to continue with it.
And next time we'll have you wear your Peloton. We'll have you wear the shirt.
So for myself, for Dr. Brad, for Greg, thank you for tuning in. Any closing words?
No, just again, appreciate you guys, appreciate Dr. Josh, appreciate your practice.
Yeah.
It's been a life-changing experience for me.
Awesome.
For real.
Thank you so much. If you have any questions for me or our guest or for Dr. Brad, my email is drmatt@mfwellness.org.